Hey guys, it's your girl Jalicia and I'm back with another video. Clap track. How long you haven't heard that? On today's video, it is everyone's favorite and it is story time, okay? Because on my last video that surprised you that I was back, everybody and their mama told me they don't care what I do, they don't care what I record, they're gonna watch, but do not get rid of story time. So story times is back. Now today I'm gonna tell you 3 or 4 short stories about situations that I've had with my clients that were crazy, because if I don't share this with people, people won't believe that it actually happened. So today we're gonna talk about these clients that definitely tried it, okay? So if you're interested in hearing my crazy client story times, stay tuned, girl, stay tuned. Now my hair is the same roller set that you guys saw in the last video. I just pinned it back because you know how it is when curls are getting old, so I'm just enjoying them still, so that's what that is. Alright, on with the video. Now the first story I'm going to share with you guys happened back when I was living in Tampa. I made the decision to go ahead and become like a traveling stylist and go to everyone's house. So there's interesting stories that can go on and on just from doing that. But this one particular story is about this Jamaican guy that I started his locks. Now, I don't know how to describe him other than saying he looked like Sean Kingston, okay? Okay, so I went to his house to start his locks and I probably got like 5 appointments out of him before the shenanigans started. Now, in the beginning, he was, if you know anything about Jamaican people, they talk a lot of trash. He was always chatty. He would always be what I consider nuff and say all kind of shit, but that's how I am. So that in itself, I would just, you know, notice that or whatever the case may be and go on. I would go do his hair and leave. And he had a girlfriend that lived there and they had 2 kids. So on this one particular appointment, you know how you walk into someone's house and you can just feel the energy that they're arguing? That's what it was like, okay? And I was already like, what's going on here? Because I wasn't uncomfortable, I was being nosy, you know what I mean? So I go in there and he always sets up his like movies or he plays his game while I does his hair. So he's getting set up. All of a sudden, he's like, hold on one second, and he runs into the living room. And I hear them going at it, okay? I'm talking about cussing each other out Jamaican style. I was getting my life because you guys know that I'm nosy, but they're going back and forth and I'm just sitting there. Now 15 minutes has passed. I'm just sitting in the room like, okay, obviously being nosy but still waiting. So he comes back in the room finally and I get started on his hair. Now they're still arguing, I'm doing his hair and he's being disrespectful as fuck, okay? When I said he was saying all kind of shit, he was talking about her pussy, all kind of shit. Now, I'm just twisting his hair, mind you, starter locks. In my head, I'm like, what? Girl, is you gonna take that? Everything he say, I'm in my head like with a comeback, like he talking to me, but I'm not saying anything, right? So we going back and forth. Tell me why she must have said the wrong thing. Tell me why he jumped out the chair, out with his hair out my hand, fly out the chair, fly in the living room, and start slapping this bitch. Yes, and I'm in there with my comb just like, so he slaps her, I hear her like, I hear them tussling. All of a sudden I hear pop, 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 pop. I'm like, what in the fuck? So I'm way too nosy at this point, so I run out the room, okay? The kids are there, mind you, they're playing their little toys in the little, you know, toy area that you give your kids in the living room. So the kids didn't look up, so apparently they're accustomed, but I am not, okay? I go in there while he got her pinned down on the couch. He got her pinned down the couch. You guys already know I'm Captain Save-A-Ho, so what you think I do? I jump in the middle of him, try to pull him off of her, okay? So I'm pulling him off of her while he start cursing me out. He start cursing me out. And I'm the type of person, like, you know when you find somebody and they're mad or they just had a fight and they just mad, they just start saying shit. Most people can be like, you know, the bigger person and be like, you know, they're just angry. Not me, okay? So he started going in on me all of a sudden, talking about, bitch, you need to mind your motherfucking business. But Jamaican style, you know, I don't know how you say that. You know, blah, 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 blood clot. I don't know, okay? But he started going into me, so we are cussing each other out at this point. Now, I'm in the living room. All my stuff is in his bedroom. We start cussing each other out. Why he say, bitch, you can get your shit and get the fuck out? First of all, I want my money. I want my money because I have been privy all of this foolishness. I started work. I want my money. So I said, give me my motherfucking money and I'll be gone. He was like, take your motherfucking money. So he throws the money, right? The money falls in my bag because I have my bag in my hand. Because I done packed up all my stuff while I'm talking shit. Because I don't know who he think he talking to, but he's not talking to me. Okay? Okay? So I got my bag in my hand. So he like balls the money up and throws it. It lands in my bag. So I'm like, boom. I'm going out the door. Why the girl gonna say, don't leave me here, don't leave me here, can I go with you? I said, you sure the fuck can. Come on, kids, come on, kids. Why he fly from the bedroom talking about, you ain't taking my motherfucking kids? Now, mind you, I'm not in the argument. I would just like to point that out again. I was tagged in, but this ain't my fight. So she like, I'm taking my motherfucking... They start arguing, okay? So they're arguing back and forth. She's trying to go out the door. I'm already outside, okay? Because anybody stopping me from going nowhere, okay? And I got my coin. So they're going back and forth. Tell me why he blammed the door and locked it. Tell me why I turned the fuck around and got in my car and drove home. Yes, I did. If I tried to help you, girl, you did not try to run out. That's on you, okay? That's on you. Tell me why 2 weeks after that he called me talking about, I'm so sorry, and can you come back and do my hair? After done thump up your girl while in the middle of a retwist? No. And the reason why I didn't do his hair, to be honest, isn't because he thumped up his girl. It's because of shit he was talking toward me, okay? And after I told Ray was like, listen, he's a dub. So he was a dub. But when I tell you he called and begged for a while for me to do his hair, I'm like, sir, you wrote a check that your ass couldn't cash. I'm not coming back over that. Wasn't that crazy? And I know some of y'all gonna be like, you need to learn how to mind your business. Slapping your girl in front of me, I'm not minding my business. I'm so very sorry. But let's move on to, what story I want? Let's talk about the bald lady. Yes, honey, let's talk about her. Alright, now this one is exceptionally crazy. Because as you guys know, I'm on YouTube. So a lot of people from the surrounding area of Athens where I live, they contact me on YouTube, on email, on Messenger, on Snapchat, on every goddamn thing, on my phone, all that stuff, looking for assistance with their hair. Because like I told you guys before, I'm pretty much a lock doctor in this area. After you go and give them the $35 and they fuck up your hair, put wax in it, do all kind of foolishness, people seek me out to fix their hair. And I kind of embrace that, if you will, but that's what usually happens. So this particular lady calls me like say a week before, and she was saying, you know, I saw your videos, I realized you're in my area, I want to come down and let you see my hair. Now, me personally, because of the area where I live in, I do consultations either FaceTime or via, pictures. Because I don't see the point in driving 15 minutes to my house for me to look at your hair for you to go home for me to make the appointment. There are a couple people that insist, and for those I will. She was one of them. She insisted, so I said, come on over to my house. Now, I told this lady specifically because she came on like a Friday night, and Friday evening and Saturday afternoons is like my busiest times, you know what I mean? So I told her I wasn't going to be able to stop doing hair and give her my full attention for more than 10 or 15 minutes, and I also told her I did not have the time to add her in my schedule for that day. So if you come, you're aware that you're coming, I'm looking, and you're going. Okay, she was fine with that, no problem, I'm gonna do that. Cool. Here come the day when she come to get her hair consulted, okay? So she comes, she's like, hey Jalicia, like everybody else, she was really nice. I brought her into my house as I was doing my client. So I told my client, let me get the chair, and I allowed her to sit. So she's like, well, I've been having a little bit of issues with thinning. I feel like the person who does my hair twists my hair too tight. And I'm like, oh, okay, because that's normally what everyone says, right? Honey, she had her hair in a bun, and her hair was long. Her hair was probably about 3 inches longer than mine. It was pretty long, but they were microscopic ass locks. Like, they were sister locks, but then the person said, fuck it, I ain't paying that money, I'ma just retwist these. Microscopic, okay? So I'm like, oh, okay, she's sitting in the chair. So I'm like unraveling the bun. Honey, when I open the bun, why is the middle clean? Clean like a baby's bottom, okay? Nothing there but skin. I shouldn't be laughing, and you shouldn't be laughing either. But how you consulting, girl? You ain't got no hair. I try to be professional, so I didn't say that to her. I was just like, what's going on in the middle right here? She's like, oh, I have a small spot that's like the hair. I'm like, small? Ma'am, you see this right here? It was bigger than this. It was like the size of a paper plate. It was humongously bald, okay? Mind you, 2 other clients is there. When I open up this lady hair, my client Courtney, hey Courtney, she can verify, leave a comment down below because you was there. She was like, God damn, what happened to your hair? To me in my ear, obviously, because I try not to make people feel uncomfortable, you know what I mean? So I'm like, girl, okay, we are communicating with our eyes at this point because y'all know I do that. So I'm like, she's like, oh, I think that happened from thinning. I said, that's not from thinning. Your hair don't just go. Like, thinning doesn't take out the entire area. It ain't like a Nate bomb, you know what I mean? So you got to explain to me what's been going on. Come to find out, she has that condition where you pull your hair. I don't know if you guys ever heard about it. I'm gonna leave the word right here because I can't remember it right now. I want to say trichomoniasis, and that's not it, I'm pretty sure. But she has this condition where you pull your hair out, and that in itself is sad. But ma'am, so here's where the drama started, because that in itself was shocking. So I'm like telling her she needs to put Jamaican black castor oil on it. She needs to not get her hair done. She told me she retwists her entire hair every morning before work. Now mind you, she's a professor at the college. She's a professor at UGA. She ain't just no willy-nilly Walmart cashier. She's a professor. And she told me that because of her job, she retwists her hair every single morning. Y'all heard them crickets? Because that's exactly how me and my client were looking at her. So I tell her, ma'am, you cannot do that, okay? I can't explain for what's going on in the back because, you know, but if you're retwisting everything, first of all, what time do you wake up, okay? Because she has microscopic ass locks. It's gonna take 2 hours just to do a mock retwist like what I say. There's nobody's job where you got to go and you're black that you can't have edges disheveled. That's bullshit, and we all know that, right? So you are accustomed to having your hair neat, and now it's pretty much gone because the front is in shambles. There were little locks like this all around. It was a mess. So I told this lady, first of all, retwisting every morning is done, okay? That's the first thing. Secondly, you need to get some kind of scalp treatment going on for your hair. Now I understand you have this condition where you pull your hair, but you're gonna have to work that out, or else you're gonna have to cut off these locks. Your entire inside of your hair is bald. Why are you saving the hair around it, and you're not really saving it because you're twisting it and putting it in a bun? Do y'all know that that lady looked back and told me I didn't know what I was talking about? And she got an attitude, got up and said, I came all the way over here for you to be giving me some information on what I need to do to my hair. All you're telling me is things I already know. So at that point, I'm just sitting there because I want to say something really bad, but I'm not saying anything. Again, trying to be professional. I'm like, what you mean I'm telling you stuff you already know? So I'm telling you this and you know this already and you're not doing it? How is that gonna help me grow my hair back in the middle? I said, how the fuck I'm supposed to grow your hair back in the middle? You pull it out every night. So she's like, this is what I'm talking about. You're so rude and you're so unprofessional. I said, miss, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord spit you, okay? Gone out my damn house. I sure the fuck did. And Courtney escorted her ass right on out, and that was it. Like, bitch, what? So I'm the asshole because you got a paper plate size bald spot in your head. Okay. People don't believe I go through this. Like, they don't believe it. Alright, now this one was like the most recent crazy story that I experienced. One of my associates recommended this lady to come to my house. Now when the lady called me, her voice sounded like a 12-year-old. And to be honest with you, that should have been a red fucking flag, okay? But she made an appointment. Let's say she made an appointment for Tuesday. She calls me maybe 5 minutes before her appointment time. Now her appointment's at 11. She calls me at 10:50 talking about, can you send me the address because I misplaced it. I'm already like, yeah, see, this is the kind of shit I be talking about, because certain stuff just give you a vibe. So I give her my address. She was like 15 minutes away from me. Okay, so obviously she's late, right? She comes to my house 20 minutes after the time she was supposed to be here. And that in itself makes me want to be like, bitch, $25. You know what I mean? $25. But I didn't say nothing. So this is the part that pissed me off, because I was already mad. I ain't gonna lie, I was already mad that she did that, because I'm like, who checks for the address when they're about to leave? But apparently a lot of people, because this happened before. This is the part that killed me. This girl shows up to my house, her and her son. They pull into my driveway, right? And begin to eat chips and drink Gatorade. I know you think I'm lying. I know you think I'm lying. I keep looking in the thing and I see my hair. Okay? When I tell you her and her sons is passing the chips back together, having a chipapalooza, which is what I call it, a chipapalooza, and you're already 25 minutes late. I lost it, okay? I did, and she didn't even know me, so she wasn't prepared. I bust my door open, I said, hello, you're already 30 minutes later, you're trying to tell me you're gonna eat fucking chips? She looked at me and put up her bag. You think she said sorry? You think she said my bad? She looked at me like, oh, you had saw that? Yes, she did. Okay, so I closed my door. She comes in. Do you know when she walked in, she said look. She said look, and look is not a good way to start a conversation with my ass ever. Okay, she said look, I don't see why you got a problem, like all I was doing was eating chips. So anybody who knows me, instantly I'm looking around, but I'm looking for who the fuck she talking to, okay? Because you do realize I got to do your hair, and her hair was a raggedy disaster, by the way. So I say, what? She's like, I feel like your attitude. I said, well, I feel like you wasted my time and it's now 45 minutes and you thought you was gonna eat chips. Like, what was that about? Do you know what she said? She said, is there a store in there close by? Because I forgot to get the cash out. That right there was a sign to me, because when people start talking about the store, I already know. Because I'm thinking, go, and don't come back. So she's like, where's the store? So I tell her where the store is, because I'm thinking, this bitch thinks she got time to go. Tell me why she drive off. Tell me why she drive off and never came back. Tell me why I was so goddamn happy, but the part that pissed me off is, you left your Gatorade in my house, okay? So guess what I did? I swear, y'all, I'm really not shit. Y'all shouldn't be friends with me. I called her on the phone and she was like, hello? And I was like, why the fuck you left your Gatorade in my house when you knew you wasn't coming back? She was like, I just hung up. I was happy. I went outside and smoked and waited for my next appointment. I was glad because I didn't like her vibes or her energy. But the nerve, like, bitch, where? Where do you do that? Not at my motherfucking house. So, you know, she was blocked. This is a story time about my clients from hell, okay? But we gonna call them clients from Hades, because that's how they act, alright? I'm sure all of you guys feel sorry for me, which you should. Because this is the foolishness that I have to deal with. And I know a bunch of you are like, girl, if I come and get my hair done by you, I won't be going through this. I know. Between these people acting like $60 is way too much, and the foolishness that ensues is never a dull moment at Locks by Jalicia. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. I surely hope y'all enjoyed this foolishness, because it was definitely foolishness. Peace out!